So let me introduce Dr. Firdous Ahmad Malik, University of People, United States of America. Dr. Malik is an assistant professor of economics at the University of People and currently pursuing postdoctoral research at Amity Dubai University. He has earned his Ph.D. from Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University in India with advanced degrees in economics from the University of Kashmir and the same institution. His research focuses on microfinance, financial inclusion, financial literacy, development economics, monetary economics, and public finance. He has published articles in Scopus-indexed journals, Springer, Elsevier, Taylor and Francis, etc., and authored more than 6 books. Dr. Malik is also active in international academic organizations, conferences, and research mentoring, and has received various awards for Best Paper Presentation and Best Reviewer Contribution. Dr. Firdous, welcome, and the time is yours.
So, distinguished chair, respected organizers, esteemed scholars, researchers, industry participants from across the globe. It is always an honor and privilege to join you today at this prestigious international conference. I would like to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to the organizing committee, AIBPM, for this generous invitation and for creating this remarkable intellectual exchange where innovation and global collaboration is existing. So, bringing together experts from a diverse discipline and countries is not a small achievement, as AIBPM is always doing it, and they are continually, creating such platform for researchers to participate and share their insight. I want to commend this, organizers for their vision, commitment, and helping to advance the knowledge across the borders. So as we are gathering here for this fascinating movement, I can say in human history across industries and societies, where we are discussing, important and timely topics like artificial intelligence. We are talking about digital technologies, which are shaping our lives, our work, and we learn from them, and we are making smarter decisions. Yet we embrace these technologies where they are transforming our lives. We also must ask a fundamental question: how can technology serve humanity rather simply automate process? So, as the title of today's conference is, it is very important and timely topic which needs deliberation. So today I will be discussing that how AI powered digital twins and smart decision systems are helping us to transform, project management and enabling the emergence of intelligence enterprises. More importantly, I will argue that the ultimate purpose of technology is not technological advancement alone, but it should be enhancement of human capabilities. It should help us, to develop organizational learning and sustainable development. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was my first question that, technology should not help only to create more innovations in the technology. Rather, we should think critically whether technology is helping us to achieve some remarkable, milestones in human development. So I wanted to put the context of my presentation and rationale of my today's, keynote speech, that we are seeing, we are witness, and we are observing that increasing complexity of enterprises are happening, and these observations are quite remarkable and visualized after COVID-19. We got a greater transition, whether it's a market, whether it's a technology, whether it's a, digitalization. Therefore, we will be focusing on need of the adaptive real-time decision making, where it is artificial intelligence. Nowadays, AI is taking economic activities, AI is coming in academia, AI is witnessing great elevation in industries. So lastly, the rationale of this, the important question which I have asked, whether these technologies are helping the human well-being, human welfare, or human development in any way, and what are the growing challenges. So this is the background of my today's presentation. I wanted to, put it like this. So therefore, this keynote today we will be exploring, we will be having deliberation. It is a discourse, it is a discussion. I would be liking to have more interaction with the participants once they will ask the questions. But I want you all researchers and policymakers to be active and think critically while we are, discussing this important conference theme. So, for example, artificial intelligence and digital twins, they have made our life very small. If you try to look any economic activity which we are doing on routine basis, so our life has become smart. Be it using mobile phone, be it using any banking services, be it using any educational services, being using any product which is technological based, you will see there are too much improvement. So life has become smart, easy. So therefore, the central argument today I wanted to put here is that intelligent enterprises should not pursue only technology for automation, but for human development. So my central argument today in this conference will remain, and it will remain as always, that how these technologies, how these businesses, how this conference and how researchers are sharing their insights, are they helpful for the human development, are they helpful for organizational learning, are they help to achieve some sustainable development goals. So as we know that modern organizations, we are facing uncertainty because of rising technological disruptions. We are witnessing geopolitical tensions. We are facing supply chain, risk and rapidly changing stakeholder expectation. So therefore, digital twin in the title, helps us to create a virtual representation of the assets across the world. We are having systems, we are having processes, while AI enable predictive and presumption decisions making. So therefore, together they can help leaders anticipate challenges before they emerge. So I am making this presentation all across the global economies. So therefore, please, bear with me. I will try to highlight what are the challenges which are, creating problems to the global economies. We are having different type of economies, like developed economies. We are having emerging economies. We are having third world countries now called, developing or emerging economies. So therefore, every economy are having their own benefits or challenges, we can say. So I wanted to, read here an important quote from Peter Dicker. So Peter Dicker is, explaining that the best way to predict the future is to create it. So as we are discussing technologies, we are discussing intelligent, enterprises. So this allows us to, remain proactive and create a desired outcome rather than simply react to the change. So nowadays, what is happening in South Asian countries, especially Asian continent, people are praising too much technology. They are praising AI. There are diplomatic ties, there are education summits, and there are conferences. So they come straight forward and praise. But we must always ask a critical question. Therefore, let us see how this presentation will help us to learn more, that we are keeping the human at the center. So we will be revolving around the human capability and capacity. So let us move to the next slide, where I will be defining digital twins, how these digital twins help us. So therefore, if we look at organizations who are operating in different environments, They are characterized by complexity. We are facing, sorry, we are facing uncertainty and continuous disruption. So it is a, it is an observation. If we try to look at different wars are going on across the globe, like Ukraine war, Russia war. Now we are having war going since 2 months. In between there are breaks like USA and Iran and Israel war. So therefore, there are uncertainties, they are increasing, they are continuously disrupting the economies, is as per the economic and financial instability is concerned. So, as we are talking about project management, so if we try to look it with the management perspective, so traditional, project management approaches often they have been struggled because of artificial intelligence has, evolved. It came, into the process. So the businesses which were uh, following the traditional mechanism of marketing, of product design. So they have struggled a lot. So therefore often struggle because of decisions are based on historical report and delayed information. So if we talk about project management, why project management is important as per the technology is concerned. It is important because technology has taken its role. Technology is making our businesses smart. Technology is saving time. Technology is, helping us to reach out, to the people which were, not before there. So, because of this improvement, traditional businesses are facing challenges. There is instability if they will not upskill their, companies and organizations. So, therefore, AI and digital twins provide a real-time intelligence. It helps us to create a market and allowing project leaders to move from reactive management to proactive. So in any sort of economic activity, we are talking here about project management. But if we look at education, let us suppose higher education, if institutions are not following AI technology, then they will be lacking. They will be, facing the challenges in to remain in a competitive educational environment. Same applies to every sort of economic activity. So we will be focusing about project management, how it has become over the period of time smart, how it is helping us. So it increasing project complexity. It helps us to interact or integrate with global partners. It also made our life to work remotely, and also we are getting the essence that we can interact with different stakeholders. It has helped us to upbring the diversity, require new forms of decision support. We can now, because of AI technology, we can take help across the border. We can bring on board experts from different countries outside the region of that company or organization. So, dear scholars, as we are talking about management, successful organizations are those that learn faster than competitors. So, intelligent systems they help us to accelerate organizational, learning, where we are able to convert large volume of data into actionable insight. So, where we are having adaptability, and it is becoming the defining capacity of successful organizations. So in this slide, what we are trying to understand that enterprises require intelligent systems nowadays, and why human development must remain the central digital transformation. Technology alone cannot create value. Now, because we have praised the technology, it has made our businesses smart, it has made our lives too much easy. But the question is, it is creating value for human life or not? Emerging when employees develop new capabilities and use technological effectively. So this was the essence of this slide where I have tried to bring importance of the technologies, why they are important for business. Now smart decision system. So as organizations operate, they need now to, remain on track. On remaining on track, they need smart decisions. So these smart decisions, who will take them? So therefore, a digital twin is a dynamic virtual representation of physical asset, where process, organizations or system, unlike traditional, simulation, digital twin is continually, receive real-time data. They help us to evolve along the physical environment they represent. This capability allows organizations to monitor performance and predict failures. They help to optimize resources and test alternative scenarios before implementation. So therefore, digital twins are increasingly used in manufacturing. We are witnessing them in healthcare. We are witnessing them in logistics and transportation and small, cities. As I, repeatedly is, telling you that any sort of economic activity, if you see, technology has taken its role. Healthcare, smart city, transport, and all. So, from a project management perspective, they allow leaders to visualize project status live. They can identify what are the different bottlenecks or restrictions in their businesses, and they can evaluate real time risk and uncertainty. So now let me, read the quote of Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein has beautifully, shared the measure of intelligence is the ability to change. I will repeat it again. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. So therefore, we are discussing digital twins that has enhances our intelligence, help us to improve our, organization, and this is, one of the examples where we are connecting across the borders. I am speaking from one area and you are listening at other area. So this is a smart technology which has helped us. So the ability, intelligence is the ability to change, adapt to that change. So it helps us to learn and integrate each other. So therefore, they also create a safe learning environment where employees can, experiment with the decisions without exposing organizations to unnecessary risks. So again, let's moving to the next, slide where we will be discussing AI in project management. We have talked about technology. We have discussed about, you know the smart decision system in AI machine learning. Now we are talking about AI, how it is transforming, project to management planning, how it makes our, life smart, where we are scheduling meetings, we are discussing different budgets, we can monitor risk at a level, we can use, machine learning algorithms which will help us to identify the pattern from the historical reports, from the previous data figures or factors, and can behave as a predictive insider or data analyst, which will help us to, develop our future. And we can also try to look at what are the needs, where we can try to challenge the shocks which are coming. So this enables project management to take preventive action. AI helps us to take preventive action before we, face any critical problem. So it makes us proactive, and because of this proactiveness, we can take, suitable or significant decisions for our organizations, rather than, businesses which are getting losses in the tradition. What was, the traditional pattern for businesses or organizations? If they were facing losses and they were, hiring their employees, but AI technology is has taken this, initiative. It alerts you before the if you it alerts you before on time that you will be facing this challenge. Try to behave. Try to use the strategy rather than eliminating jobs or employers. So therefore, AI changes the nature of the work. Routine activities become automated, allowing professionals to focus on strategies rather than thinking and stakeholder engagement. So therefore, organizations which are adopting advanced AI technologies, they can successfully invest in the uh, human workforce that develops digital literacy. So this transaction reflects the movement from task-based work towards knowledge-based innovation and so AI has not challenged the working mechanism of organizations only, but it is challenging the organizers, leaders, that how they have to behave, how they have to learn, how they can make the mechanism in their favor, rather than mechanism will kick them out of the competition, or they may face losses if they not behave well. So it is again, a typical process which AI is bringing. So therefore, linking technology to human development. As I have told in the beginning, I will repeatedly be, saying that we will be more focusing that how these technologies will help human welfare. So human development, why human development is important? As in one of my conferences, I have asked development for whom? Why AI is important, why employment is important, why organizations or industries need such sort of developments or profits for whom. So therefore, let me introduce again, put some light why human development is important. And as human development is important, it helps us to create capabilities. It helps us to create opportunities, and it also gives us freedom. So, human development, great contribution by Nobel laureate Amrita Sen, who has explored the capability approach, which provides an excellent framework for understanding the technological adaptation. So, if I wanted to your attention, all the scholars and researchers. Now, AI and technology, they are not equally used by the people across the globe. There are millions of the people in this world. So, because of technological enrichment, there is always developing increasing inequality. So, those people who will be using technology, they are having more chances of good job opportunities and all. But what about the poor people who are unable to use these technologies? What about the populations who are working in informal setting? They do not know ABCD of the technology. Therefore, Professor Amrita Sen, he talked about capability approach. It provides an excellent framework for understanding technological adaptation, and technology creates value. So because of AI, if I am having degree in AI, data analytics, I am helping organizations, I am helping companies, I am helping the country about the financial instability. So it creates under me as a human, it develops more value added orientation. So technology has created that value when they expand human capabilities and enable individuals to achieve meaningful outcomes. So because of technology, we are dealing this conference smartly. We do not have any, lot of, efforts to attend the international conference, visit by flight and all. So because of technology, easily from our home, we are exploring the technology and getting benefited. So technology has added this value. But as I have raised the question for scholars that technology is developing inequality, where people who are not having capability approach, they lag behind. So moving ahead to the next slide, the enterprise case study of manufacturing. So manufacturing provides one of the most major examples of digital twin in implementation. So digital replicas of production systems allows organization to monitor performance. It can help them to predict equipment failures or optimize manufacturing schedules. So research indicates that significant reactions, downtime and operational cost. So from a human perspective, predictive systems reduce stress associated with unexpected disruption. So employees can gain, to be better information and can focus on continuous improvement. So this again, demonstrates that how intelligent technologies are improving both operational performance and workforce engagement. So, for example, let us take an individual. We can take an individual. If there is some uncertainty in a human body, he or she is getting signals like he can get minor headache. His body will react that something is not behaving well inside the body. Now AI technology is doing the same. So if there is any technological problem, whether you know in a tool, let's suppose in a car or industrial unit, so it gives a signal that something is not working properly. So therefore, it has helped. Technology has helped enterprises also, that how they can check their businesses before they collapse. There are signals. So similarly, if you see global stock markets, what is happening in the banking across the globe because of Iran, Israel, and the USA war. So the financial market is giving signals that we will be facing a greater challenge of inflation, and there are signals that unemployment will increase, prices will rise, there will be trade deficits, and there will be lot of challenges. So systems and AI based technologies are helping us. They are alerting countries that behave well, like oil reservations, prices are rising up. So because of if the travel and transport within the countries is restricted because of oil supply, it is impacting other economic activity. So therefore, this is the technology which is showcasing that. Let's suppose in the past, before 8 months, India was the third emerging country, third country to become the in ranking as per the GDP rate is concerned. Now it has taken U-turn. India has reached to the seventh ranking. Because of this war disruption, there is a greater impact to every economy. So again, one side it is helping us to improve efficiency and employment engagement, but on the other side, it also helps us to predict the risk and uncertainties on time. So enterprise case study of healthcare. You can visualize it after COVID-19, how healthcare has become a smart. And most of the technology, improved technology, whether it is AI and other digital technologies, they have been visualized in healthcare. Like, taking blood sugar test, taking CBC, or wearing smartwatches, which can help us you know, to measure our pulses and etc. And lot more examples. There are many financial these healthcare products which help us to measure or check our health, body checkup. So healthcare organizations, they are using digital twins model for the patient flows. It helps them resource allocation and operational management. So AI powered systems, they also forecast demand. They also help us to understand the risk and uncertainties in the human body and suggest us improved health delivery. So therefore, like during periods of high demand, predictive models support more effective staffing decisions. So, so again, let us understand that COVID-19, where doctors were afraid to give services because of that virus, doctors. So, but technology is having the capability which can help an individual to record these risk and uncertainties uh, self, and there is no threat to the human life. If there is a virus, where doctor will be hesitate to take care of that patient, to look at him. But technology is not having that discriminatory feature, or technology cannot restrict itself to give the services. Therefore, it is one of the phases of the technology, the smart technology, which can help an individual who is facing worst virus, where doctor or humans will not have you know, be able to provide the services, but technology can monitor things. So the human development dimension is especially important in healthcare because employees' well-being directly influences patient outcomes. So by reducing uncertainties and improving planning, intelligent systems like AI, they can contribute to lower these stress levels and better organizational resilience. So healthcare is again, it is one of the major economies, health economies, one of the major economies which has witnessed greater shift of, use of smart technology and helped and improved lives. Small device like oxygen, devices, how important they are. So these are the important things. Now we will talk about integrating data across systems. So my presentation is a
Dr.
mixed
Firdous,
presentation. Yes. Hello,
sorry to
am I
interrupt.
audible?
We have 2 minutes left.
Oh, 2 minutes left. So, okay, I will try to, catch up quickly. I was having 21 slides, but I am at slide number one. Let's see how to do it. So then we are talking about integrating data across systems. I have talked about healthcare, I have talked about enterprises. Now data. Data is also, understanding as a greater asset as the information technology, sensors, and cloud AI, Google AI, they help us to take holistic decisions, right? So then risk management and scenario planning. As I have discussed about the AI, that AI is providing different scenarios. It helps us to understand the different failure potentials before they occur. It also makes us unable to interact with this. Then agile and adaptive management. I am just quickly running. So digital twins they support us to understand the process. We can witness the real time updates so that we can respond rationally. So we can align as per the project management is concerned. We can align goals with the human centric things. Then sustainability and ethical considerations, as we are talking about sustainable development goals and how ethical we can use AI technologies without hindering the capability or without discriminating the human tendencies. So therefore, energy efficient digital twins they operate in as per the environment is concerned. Ethical AI use is to be done in decision making, and humans to be integrated in the system. Then collaboration and knowledge sharing. So it across the development, I have given you example of the conference. It is one of the digital twins which help us to interact or meet each other. AI driven in insights. We can learn about different libraries, different books, and different reports. So we can share our knowledge. Foster collaborative problem solving. If I am having a problem, I can reach out the people outside the country who are the experts, and they can nurture to help me to understand about that problem. Then metrics and performance measurement. So it if we check these metrics, we are getting real time feedback as the technology is concerned. We can behave on support, and we are while focusing the welfarement of any technology, we are keeping human development indicators in mind while understanding whether it is a profitable or not. So challenges and limitations. So we are having these challenges or greater discussions is going on that AI. What about our data privacy? What about security at a national level? Nowadays, AI technology has been widely used in wars, in you know, in attacking each other countries which are using these smart technologies to you know to to process their wars. So therefore, data privacy and cybersecurity is a greater threat, and there are lot of more debate to improve these technologies so that there will be no hacking and people will not be lacking. Then skill gap in AI literacy. It is again that we have to improve, we have to be on track, we have to learn about the digital tools and technology. Then future trends that digital twin, it helps us to be online on track. It helps us to come with more advanced decision making. Again, helps us to design the technology AI so that human values will be not neutralized. Then research, insight, studies link AI adaptation so that human skills can be, developed and engagement will be there. So it also helps us to have a better decision making. So that for that, we need to develop skill development processes, AI-based training programs, and development programs. So then policy organization and recommendations. We should encourage AI literacy and continuously training, whether it is students, leaders or managers, they should learn about AI technology and try to train themselves. So we must align technology and put some ethical and human development frameworks for that. We should invest in digital driven infrastructure strategically. I am coming to the conclusion because I have taken time a bit more. So AI and digital twins transform projects, uh, and it should empower humans. So from this, presentation which was in between quite hurry, I am just summarizing it. Intelligent enterprises are human-centered, and we must adopt sustainable values. We must embrace technology while focusing on human development. As I have told that, I will be looking for active participation, but time has not allowed us to have much active till now. But I would love to, take your questions, and if any sort, I will be, having some insights from the participants. Thank you very much for this opportunity to AI BPM. It is always my pleasure to participate in such a wonderful gathering where I learn a lot from my co-panelists or keynote speakers. So once again, thank you very much. Dr. Sandeep, if there are questions, please go ahead.